Morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the April 3rd, 2025 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No, sir.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of March 27th, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second them.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 5, bid openings, quotes for the Hammond City Fence Project. It looks like we have 3. The first one is from Security Door. The quote from Security Door for the fence is $118,914. $118,914. The second quote is from Black Rock Construction. And their quote is $114,738. Again, that's $114,738. And last but not least is from Fence Masters. And their quote is for $58,000 even. $58,000.
You could refer to the engineering department for review and recommendation.
Okay. Motion to refer this to the engineering department for review and tabulation.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Nobody? Okay, moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting the approval of the petitions for retirement from Lieutenant Jeffrey Skufkus, who has served the citizens of Hammond for 35 years, Sergeant Anthony Penarski, who has served the citizens of Hammond for 30 years, and Sergeant Dylan Bartley, who has served the citizens of Hammond for 23 years, all that become effective at the close of business June 30th, 2025.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of the NDOT LPA agreement with Indiana Department of Transportation for the NDOT Special Highway Safety Improvement Program, sign replacement project, construction and construction engineering in the amount of $499,500, and authorizing the board president to electronically sign the agreement.
Good morning to the board.
Morning.
So last year, the city applied for a grant to replace signs throughout the city, and this is a special call from NDOT. So we're replacing non-compliant stop signs that don't currently meet the MUTCD requirements. And so it's an agreement between us and NDOT. We're asking for your approval and to authorize the board president to execute the agreement electronically. So this is the first of 2 items, and this is for the construction and construction engineering portion. The next item would be for the engineering, and I'd ask for your approval.
Okay. Motion to approve and authorize signature.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of the NDOT LPA agreement with Indiana Department of Transportation for the NDOT Special Highway Safety Improvement Program, sign replacement project, preliminary engineering in the amount of $40,500, and authorizing the board president to electronically sign the agreement.
Good.
Same
thing.
situation.
Okay.
I'd ask for your approval and the board president to electronically sign.
Motion to approve and authorize signature.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter D, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting approval for the change order number 1 for the Kennedy Avenue Road Diet manhole castings in a credit of $6,607.20.
Kennedy Road Diets, federally funded project, 80-20 split. During the course of, after they removed the pavement, they determined that it was really the castings that needed to be replaced instead of the reconstruction of the upper 4 feet of the manhole. So the contractor offered the substitution. It's a lower cost to the city. Because it's split 80/20, it's a $33,000 change order, but the credit to the city is only the $6,600, the 20% of the change order. We've reviewed this with the sanitary district to make sure they're okay with what's being suggested, and they are. And so I'd ask for your approval of the credited change order.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Letter E, correspondence received from Megan Flores, City Controller, requesting the approval for the hourly rate of Smith Sursick for matters associated with their representation, effective March 1st, 2025.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, correspondence received from the Controller's Office requesting the approval of the renewal of amusement device license for Aurelio's Pizza and Just Tony's Bar.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 8, matters from board members. Nothing?
No
Okay.
snarky comments
No
today.
snarky comments, thank you. Number 9, new business. Letter A, order to rescind and release order to demolish for property located at 918 Willow Court, submitted for approval.
Good morning to the board.
Morning.
Mr. Luter has informed me that 918 Willow's been rehabbed, and we would request that it be rescinded and released, and we'll record that
Okay.
upon payment of any costs that remain.
Motion to approve contingent with the cost being fully paid.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, a late business license appeal for One Stop Smoke Shop. Good morning.
We did get Oasis Smoke Shop registered.
Just, can you give us your name just for the record
I'm
again?
sorry, Said Hamad
Okay,
from One Stop Smoke Shop.
got you, okay.
You requested, to add Oasis Smoke Shop doing business as, and we did get that done.
Yeah, so the last time we were here, the concern was that there was not an assumed name certificate filed to utilize that business name. I have confirmed with the Secretary of State information that that was filed, they were approved, so they are legally able to operate under Oasis Smoke Shop. And then I guess he paid the license fees previously and then was assessed a late fee, so we're just here for a late fee that was assessed as owed for 2025. But he is currently up to date on his license fees. I'll let Lisa go ahead and explain that.
Okay,
Yeah, so he had, he's been current all these years. What happened is that additional information was not submitted with his application, like tobacco and retail. And then that's when the NBIS also was not current. It was under his business name, but Oasis came up under somebody else's name. So he got that rectified. So as far as the late fee, we're okay with it being waived because he's been current through the whole time.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 If you'd like to stay till the meeting's over, they'll give you a copy and you can go downstairs and pay the regular fee. He's already paid it?
Yeah, he's
Oh, it's already paid,
Okay.
okay.
Then
He's current.
you're good to go then.
Yep.
Okay,
Have a
thank you.
good day. Thank you for coming. Let's see, okay. Letter C, right-of-way permits received from engineering submitted for approval.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
We have two, one being a service line needs, for residential that needs to be repaired. And the other one's for Buckeye. They're checking a situation they may have on 7043 Wicker. So I would recommend approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 10, old business, letter A, status for 51 Webb.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I was at the law department this week when the neighbor at 45 Webb, I believe she's here today, yes, came up and was inquiring as to status on this property, which made me take a look, because as you know, she has children, she lives next door, and she's asked us to take action on this, which I think is pretty reasonable. It was my understanding that I thought we had bid this out, but we had not, and the reason that it had not been bid out yet was I received an inquiry in October or November, I think we were here in October or November, from an attorney who indicated that his client had purchased the property at tax sale, and so I needed to get notice of that owner, so we could we may have to re-notice the property up again, depending on if the ownership's changed, because I didn't want to bid it out with the wrong owner, right? Not get notice, and then we've got a whole nother issue if we knock it down. So I just wanted to at least give the property owner next door that information. And I've ordered, after I saw her on, what day was that? Monday, Tuesday, I think, right? Monday, Tuesday, Monday. I had new title work ordered right away to see if we've changed ownership and make sure where we're at. So I'd like to try to keep this on the radar for both us and for the neighborhood. And so I was hoping to maybe set this again for status for maybe 2 weeks. And that'll get me the title work by then. I'll be able to have better answers for where we're going on this. And we do have some updated photos that I can show the board.
And then I have an update as well.
I'm sorry, 17.
Okay, so is April 17th okay? for the status?
If we can, before we set a status, I did speak with attorney from House Smart on Tuesday. I'm not sure about a tax sale buyer.
Okay,
But
that could be them for all I know.
no, the owner, or maybe it was a tax sale buyer, approached House Smart about purchasing the property.
Okay,
Spoke with their attorney. There are issues with the title, including a prior mortgage company and a prior owner interest that hasn't been deeded out. It's going through the quiet title process as of now. The issues are hoped to be resolved by May 20th with a closing within a week after that. So by no later than June 1st, they hope to close and purchase the property.
I don't have a problem, though, I mean, that's news to me, and that's fine about the update that Mr. Luter just gave. However, I don't have a problem with pushing them to, give them notice, get them on the right track so that we're not waiting around here till June and then proceeding,
find out,
right? I'd
right.
rather, let's get them on notice, let's get them in touch with Mr. Luter, which appears that he's been in touch with them, and let's maybe work on a rehab agreement if that's gonna happen, or if it's not, let's get an order, and a correct order of demolition against all the proper parties, so we can then move forward if we need to. Because I agree with the neighbor, this has gone on too long.
Right,
And it's not her fault, it's more lays in my lap and well, I don't want to blame anybody else,
Yeah,
but it lays in our lap.
and I do appreciate the neighbors' concerns. I think the house has immense potential with the right purchaser,
We do too. I mean, it looks really nice.
and we still hold all the leverage with the demo order. We can still move forward if they don't end up purchasing the property.
Okay,
And
so
ultimately, creating an empty lot just creates a different set of issues for the neighbor in the neighborhood with the legal dumping and grass getting cut and such.
Well, can we
Right.
keep it for April 17th? Will you be able to get a rehab agreement signed by
I mean,
then?
that's.
I don't think we'll have a rehab agreement then, but at least it'll be my status for the board as to title work, and then I'm going to ask Bill to share his notes with me
Yeah,
so I
I'd
can
like to.
check that against the title work, and then at least, I think, we'll be able to update the board as to where we're at, and I think that's important. Whether or not we move forward at that time, or the board directs us to move forward, or we wait for this, I think at least we kind of keep it going, and it keeps me on task as well.
Yeah, That's our preference, by the way.
And then
is
also, in
keeping
the
it-
meantime, I'll share my information with the neighbor
Yeah.
and.
Do
via
you mind if
email,
we
keep
hear
her-
from her if she'd
No,
like to be heard?
absolutely, no.
Do you want to, yeah, come on up.
I don't have that much to say. Good morning. My problem is just like the trash. Is there somebody that can clean up the trash? Or I would like reimbursement if I get somebody to clean up the trash.
Can you give us your name just for the record?
Tawana Lawson.
Okay. And can we answer that question, anybody?
I have no problem speaking with Mr. Sandoval, see if they can send somebody to clean the property.
Another reason we'll have a 2-week status, right? To check the status of the trash.
So we'll set this for 2 weeks. That should give them plenty of time to clean up whatever garbage you're talking about or whatever. So can you come back in 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to set it for status for April 17th, if that's good with
That
everybody?
sounds great.
Okay,
And then, just so it's on the record, I'll speak with the attorney,
okay.
again, in reference to this, and see if they can send somebody over there to maintain the property in the meantime since they
Yeah,
plan on
why don't you
purchasing
forward
it.
the attorney's information and copy me on an email, so I'm
Yes.
in the loop on that.
Yeah, and that would go
Absolutely.
a long way to show us he's trying to comply with what we want.
Right.
So, okay,
No problem.
okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for April 17th, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, letter B, status for 5742 Calumet Avenue.
This is another one we decided to set over for status. I appreciate Mr. Luter getting me really detailed information about, and I think it was actually is it Farrell, Nick? Oh, I should know his handwriting. So I want to thank Mr. Farrell for getting me the information on this property. This is, right, actually, you can probably see it out the window, right? It's the empty car lot, I think it's at Becker and Calumet, where we had the garage. So what I'm going to do is reach out to Mr. Kravachkov, who was the attorney for Mr. Bort, I forget his name, but now it's in a trust, just to find out what the intention is. It looks like there is some work needed on the garage. It's not in great shape, so we would like that to get fixed up a little bit. We do have an order on this property, so if we could just maybe set it over for status for 30 days, that'll give me time to reach out to them.
May 1st?
It's fine.
Okay.
Motion to set this for status for May 1st, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, 505 Mulberry Street. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Mr. Garcia?
Good morning. How you doing?
That sounds better. It's easier to say,
Yes,
too.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us your first name, though, Mr. Garcia.
My name is Prudencina Garcia. I'm the owner of 505 Mulberry.
Okay. Tell us what's going on there.
I received a, what would you call it, Nick?
Collection notice?
A collection notice for my property for an unregistered apartment, which is incorrect. That's my permanent residence. And what happened was some reported me for having a friend upstairs that was homeless.
Okay.
So for the last 6 months, I've been trying to evict him, which happened February 10th. So he's now been evicted. I explained to Nick, I have no intentions of renting out that apartment or the upstairs.
Okay.
I don't have the money to knock down the wall and connect the 2 floors.
Okay.
Yeah, so our concern came when there was an inspection done in 2017-18 where it was discovered the second floor was determined to be an illegal second floor apartment. The inspector at the time had an agreement with Mr. Garcia to convert the home to a single family home. Unfortunately, that was not performed. And then we received the call from, the occupant of the second floor stating that they've been renting it out. There were issues there and they were unhappy with some of the conditions. So Jordan, the inspector for the district now, notified us, and then we weren't aware of the number of years since he owned it since 2018, so we assumed it was occupied the whole time, and that would have been over, $6,000 in rental registration and late fees. So Jordan prepared the collection file, sent it to Smith Sussex, so that process could begin. Subsequently, Mr. Garcia called, explained it was for 2024. He did have somebody occupying the property in front of his, trying, to help him, and then the relationship kind of soured and wasn't paying the rent that he was supposed to. So what I would seek is that, Mr. Garcia agreed to Jordan performing an interior inspection so that the file could be created and the process can be, finalized the way it should be, brought in front of the board so we can have the order, present the order to remove that second floor apartment, and Mr. Garcia can then pull permits to convert the home to a single family home and avoid, the temptation to rent it with a tenant. And we can avoid him having to register in the future. So, the property was occupied for 24. So I'm not sure if we want a registration to be submitted for that year, which is why we're here today. So I will rescind the collection notice from Smith Sussex as it was not occupied for the years prior. But we need to see some movement on the second floor apartment being removed.
That's the part because he's saying he can't afford that, is that correct?
I could get a loan. It's not a priority.
With it being an owner-occupied home, like he can do the work himself, but he needs to come in and apply for homeowners permits to do it.
Yeah.
Our main concern at this point is to inspect what's there, get the file properly created and presented to the Board of Public Works so that, a decision can be made based on the evidence that we find there. And then we can move forward once we have everything properly filed.
So do we need to set a status at some point to make sure that he's,
Not necessarily. I'd say
Okay.
just as long as he agrees to have the inspection set up and him and Jordan can coordinate that, and we can go do the inspection, and then we'll present our findings to the board. At that time, we'll have to file a notice of violation, and then just go through the procedure of filing that documentation.
You understand all that, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna waive those. fees for
Absolutely, that's fine.
24. Okay,
That wasn't so late.
for 24, right?
Correct, for 24, and then we'll have them file an affidavit of vacancy for 25 while we work through that process.
Okay, we'll waive late fee on 2024, and you just do what you need to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Garcia.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. 17. Okay, number 11, late rental registration hearings, letter A, 1045 Spruce.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, Lakeisha Moore for DAT Properties.
Okay, could you pull that mic down a little bit, Georgia?
Sure.
There you could you tell us what's going on with the property?
Yes, so we are requesting to have those late fees waived. We did, due to some changes in staffing, there were a couple of properties that did slip through the cracks, and we were unable to get them registered in time. We do have over 400 properties, so there were just a couple that we weren't able to get registered in time. So we are asking if we can have those late fees waived, and we can get the regular fees paid today.
Okay.
So they own
They're,
both of them?
they're both together?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they are the owner of both properties.
Okay.
Both properties were picked up under the LLC since 2021 and then 2020 for Belmont. They were registered previously on time. They're single-family homes, and we're here for 2024.
Do you have any objections? There have been prior problems there, or no?
No, sir.
Okay, we're good.
Motion to waive the late fees on both properties.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. If you'd like to stay till the meeting's over, then you can, they'll give you copies, you can go pay
Sure.
it then.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So just for the record, letter A, 1045 Spruce, and letter B, 7748 Belmont, do we have to do them individually? Can we do them together? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, the meeting's now open to the public. Anybody have anything they want to say? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Andre Fentress for property 2104 Sherman Street in Hammond.
Okay,
And I came in a few weeks ago to get an extension. You said just to deal directly with the inspection department. And I went there today, and he said that they never received the demo agreement?
rehab agreement.
Yeah, I turned it in 3 months ago to the attorney's office, and they were supposed to fax it over, and I guess they never faxed it over.
Yeah, we have a signed agreement dated January 2nd, so he did sign it. I'm not sure if it went before the board or not. Linda, were you able to check? It did not, yeah, so it should have. So we have a signed agreement dated January 2nd. It was expired April 3rd, so I guess that's today.
Today.
And I think Mr. Fentress wants some additional time to complete it. I don't believe there's an objection on that from Mr. Kearney. So what we'll do is we'll amend this rehab agreement, get it to Mr. Fentress for signature. I'll make sure it gets on the board's agenda this time. I apologize for that. And we'll get it with a 90-day date, or what, 60-day date, what did you want?
90?
90?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did issue a permit for HVAC work to begin under the understanding that he was going to be signing the rehab agreement since he was to go forward. There's also a case, Mr. Fentress, you have a bond.
Yeah, I got the bond agreement right here as well.
Yep.
So do we need to approve then the updated?
If we could
rehab
approve,
agreement?
well, yeah, if we could just approve it's going to be the same agreement. We're just updating the date. So it's just going to be,
Approve
if you
the
could
new
approve
dates.
it, approve a 90-day date for Mr. Fentress,
Okay.
and then we'll set it for status so that we all know when we're coming back in.
July 3rd.
Yeah, is it, it's not a holiday, is it?
We
It's
better
the day
go
before, you want to go to the day after?
July 10th.
10?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, July 10th,
'cause
and
the
then
4th
we'll
is, yeah.
set it for status then.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about November?
97 days.
Right before
Okay.
Turkey Day.
A motion to extend the agreement's expiration date to July 10th, 2025.
And set it for status on that date.
And set it for status.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Okay. The meeting's still open to the public, if anybody has anything they want to say. Okay,
Chris?
good.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you.